Hello everybody and welcome back to another ForgeCraft the Modpack with me, TechnoJock. Got a couple of plans for today. As you can see, I have this area all mapped out with this cool looking blank white area. This is going to be what our new sort of lab area. So I think applied energistics and probably pneumaticraft, I think, will go in here. So I've got a bunch of stuff set up and I've got this area set out, and I'm using these canvas blocks from Open Blocks. It's just paper around a fence block that makes these, and you can paint them different colours, but I like the blank white colour like that. There's no edges to it, there's nothing to mess up connected textures, so I can do a lot of things with that and that'll look cool. But as you can see from my hotbar, I have other plans for today, and I want to get going with some blood magic, because we're going to use blood magic when we shift our hungry node to avoid any damage to the node itself. So, where am I going to put the altar? Well, I'm going to put it floating up in the air. I think it's time to do something a little bit different for our builds, so I'm going to start off by putting it up here, and then I'm going to use this grim stone and some carpenter's blocks to make things look pretty cool. Now going forward, we'll be swapping out these blocks with some runes, but to get things started I figured I would just do this just now. So we can make the startings of our altar, and in fact I'm going to lay it out right the way up to tier 6 in readiness for that eventuality, and we will replace blocks as we go. So what I think I will do is I shall shut up now and do a speed build for you just as soon as I think I've slept through the night. And I'm ready to start using the altar. I've done a couple of changes. I've kind of roughened up the edges of this, and I have put some stone bits hanging off the edge and a couple of waterfalls. A couple of waterfalls there to make things look a bit better. I've still to light it up properly. Oh, poor creeper. Still to light it up properly, and I'll need to do something about the bottom of it because it's kind of getting a little gathering place of mobs. I've also changed up the top slightly. As you can see, this ugly mess here is about to be all sorted out, but we've got our blood altar, then we've got a chest that we're going to be having our slates and stuff going into. We've got these advanced cable clusters that go snaking over from the top of the chest, over touching the altar, and then over and then down. And the reason for that is this elevator that I've made into a grassy colour comes down to this machine manager, the factory manager. And what we've got set up here is some camouflage stuff. That those cable clusters at the top have got some camouflage in them. Now we've got one of them, just the one, is going to be a grimstone pillar, and these other ones are transforming cable camouflage in the advanced cable clusters. Now the important thing about those is they're not actually doing any camouflage. The thing that is changing is the bounding box is changing, so I've changed it to being 0. So what will happen is the block will actually shrink down to nothing. At the moment I've got this other one on at the end. It's a good tip for you if you're working with camouflage stuff. Whilst you're working with it, end off with a clear camo thing, and it updates the bounding box to the full block size, and that way it'll just clear off anything. So all you need to do to set the camouflage is just disconnect that, and if we go back outside, you'll see this block does look a tiny little bit different, because if you have a look, smooth grimstone, nothing on it. But other than that, and these blocks, they're not just invisible, they're not just invisible, but you can also walk through them as well. So it looks great, and you can still come up to this, but that machine manager down there does still have access through those transforming cable camouflage cable clusters to the skystone chest and to the blood altar, so it can move things between the two. So we'll be able to start using that very shortly. Now, the other thing that we're wanting to do, of course, is we have got a sacrificial knife, and we can go oh, not like that, but we can do this, and we can start filling up the altar. But of course, it is harming my health when we do that. Now, it's not a huge issue because we've got a fair amount of health, but it's going to take a long time for us to be able to do that. So, I have another plan. Back over here we go. And I have made an addition to our magic room here in the shape of a brewing stand. So what have we got to brew today? Now, there's one more thing I actually need from here. We need one nether wart, because we're going to be making some potions, more specifically potions of regeneration. So that'll help us out big time when it comes for us. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Definitely want to start doing this. So yeah, we want to get regeneration potions on the go. Once we've got regeneration potions, then we can use that dagger of sacrifice a little bit more frequently, really, a bit more safely. So we just got to be careful. It is still possible for us to kill ourselves, but this makes it a little bit easier. So I think what we'll do is we will see about getting ourselves our first blood orb, and then in between episodes I will see about programming things up in the Machine Factory Manager to oh, I should have done that, shouldn't I? I should have learnt awkward potions in the tablet, because these have exchange value, which is rather cool. So, just about there. Yep, perfect. Right. So we can learn that one and that one. Oh, well, need to put it in there. Right, so regeneration is quite cool, and we've got a diamond on us. Now, what did we need for the sigil? We need that sigil of divination, isn't it? Divination sigil? That one. Yeah, that's the one. So we need a blank slate, and we need that orb first. Okay. So I need stone, and I need to go in here and scroll this down, and it's going to take ages, but I'll take a few of these out here. It's been a bit funny. And I need glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for that, and then it was that orb, which we can't quite get yet. So if we go up here, I need to eat. Where's my steaks? There they are. So we need to get as much into that, whilst being very careful not to kill ourselves. We need put one in here. That should cook up pretty quick. There we go. Perfect. Right, one slate. Now we need to go and make that along with our orb. Now we did have that on us. Good, good, good. Let us drink up. This will make life an awful lot easier. And if we just make sure that we keep ourselves reasonably healthy whilst we're doing this, then we're in no danger. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we've got enough power in here to do this. And I'll hold this to keep my hunger up. In between one of the episodes, I made myself this healing axe so I could AFK next to the hungry node a little bit more easily and safely, so it would build up, and I was in no danger of starving to death. And since I was flying a fair distance off the ground, there was no danger of me getting attacked by mobs either. So that's why I've got this. It's an extremely helpful thing, and I recommend you make one as soon as you possibly can. It's one of the more helpful things that you can make with the unstable ingots. Come on, chop chop. This does seem to take quite a while. Watched pots and kettles and all that. So, let us make our divination sigil. And we should be golden. So, that with that and that. There we go. And of course it... oh, I should probably bind that to myself as well. There we go. So current essence is 200 from that first click, and if we go over here, we can find out, there we go, we've got 6,200 in there. So that is ideal. I think that's us in a good position to finish off the episode then. Like I say, in between episodes I'll see about getting ourselves a decent stock of those tablets and things, and I'll stand there and self-harm whilst I do it, up until the point that we're getting to the point of being able to make some runes for round about this. So until then, I hope you enjoyed the build, and I shall see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell your friends, and for now, have a funs!